I'm Marci.
And I'm Noah.
We grew up watching Disney Channel, and every few months a new Disney Channel original movie, or DCOM, would be released.
When we were kids, we would love to get snacks and enjoy watching new, sometimes relatable movies on our favorite channel.
Well, now we're not really kids anymore, but we decided we wanted to revisit our younger selves by re-watching all 110 and counting DCOMs, and we want you to join us for the nostalgia.
So every Wednesday, we're sharing our thoughts and feelings on the DCOM of the week. Join us, the DCOM kids, as we share our recap of the Even Stevens movie. Nailed it. It has been a minute, folks, but we are back.
Welcome back.
Lots of reasons for that.
Yeah.
Mostly just schedules clashing.
Yeah.
Also, set renovation. We're currently in the new. It's not really a dedicated set for DCOM kids,
right? Because
this doubles as the game night set.
Yeah.
Right. The only one that has its own dedicated set is the podcast.
Yes.
I guess this is a podcast. The main podcast.
But, yeah, like the start of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I've got some fun things coming in the pipelines that I haven't shared with you yet. So I want to talk about that. But we'll do that later because that's not part of the podcast. that is something unrelated. But yeah, we are talking about the Even Stevens movie today, which is the first, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, it is the first DCOM that was actually pulled from a series. I think we get more later, but I think this was the first one because I feel like we would have said something already.
We would
have,
yeah. I think this is the first movie from a series.
Yeah, I think so. And I guess we can kind of get into it later, but I was just kind of thinking I was worried when we started. I was like, okay, is this thing going to stand on its own two legs, or does it require previous knowledge from watching the show? I don't think it did.
No.
I think you can watch it from the show and kind of get it. You don't miss that much. I do think having watched the show makes a difference.
For sure.
There's random little nuances I think that you pick up on.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, but I think it stood up on its own pretty well.
I mean, understanding where some of the characters come from.
Right.
Like Beans.
Exactly.
Why is Beans there? Who is he?
Right.
Kind of thing. That would help with having watched the series previously, but they kind of explain it in during the movie too.
Yeah, kind of.
So
you get that he's their neighbor.
Yeah.
His parents are flaky, so he spends a lot of time at their house.
So he spends a lot of time at their house. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one of the weird things that I think is that Tawny and Lewis are very much like a couple, right? Not officially, but they are.
But they are,
right?
Yeah.
And because I recently rewatched the first season. I haven't watched the rest of it.
Yeah.
I watched the first season.
It's a long season.
Yeah.
It's a long series.
And so you see that initially Tawny does not care about Lewis one bit. And so it's really fun to see that. And
yeah.
It's sweet. But anyway, let's get into things here. I don't know who needs to start speaking, but it kind of doesn't really matter, I don't think. We'll just dive in.
You have to read the deep Disney Plus summary. That's all that matters. So.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So this film was released in 2003. We are still in 2003 because it's been a minute. I had it on there and I was like, oh, it can't be 2003 anymore. It's got to be 2004. And then I looked and I was like, dang, we haven't done one in a minute. But this film was written by Matt Dearborn, Mark Warren, and Dennis Rinsler. And we have a lovely cast that is a little bit small right here, but hopefully you can see it. If you tap on it, you can zoom in.
Are we going boop, boop, boop?
I was going to say one of us
boop.
should do the left side, one of us should do the right side. That way we don't have to alternate back and forth scrolling.
Understood.
I'll let you do the left side. I'll do the right side. But yeah, so you'll do the first one, then I'll do my first one, and then just go down.
I'll do the left, you do the right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said it backwards. First, we have Shia LaBeouf playing Lewis Stevens.
Christy Carlson Romano played Ren Stevens.
Donna Pascoe played Eileen Stevens. Sorry.
No worries. Tom Virtue played Steve Stevens, which took me a minute to realize that was his name because I was like, that doesn't sound right, but it is.
It is. Nick Spano played Donnie Stevens.
Stephen Anthony Lawrence played Beans. I'm not going to say his whole name.
Tim Meadows played Miles McDermott.
AJ Trouth played Alan Twitty.
Margot Harshman played Tawny Dean.
And Dave Coulier played Lance LeBeau.
Yeah, I love this cast.
Me too. Having Dave Coulier in this movie was extra for me.
I forgot really he was Dave in Coulier. It.
Yeah. I saw his name come up and I was like, is he in the movie that much? He's really not, but
he's not, but like enough to be known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some other there's a lot more actors, right? But I had to just pick a line and draw it.
Yeah.
Because it would be too much to go through the entire cast list.
Yeah.
I think there's at least one or two more people, like as we go through the recap, where I'm like, oh, and this was played by this person.
Right.
Yeah. But any hoozle.
Anyway.
Then yeah.
This movie was directed by Sean McNamara.
No, it's not McNamara. McNamara.
McNamara.
Yeah, I think you're right. The music was by Bruce Young, German?
That's what it says.
I feel like that was not autocorrect. I don't think that was right. And Mark Mothersbaugh. Mothersbaugh. I feel like Bruce Young it's Bruce Young. I don't think it's German.
Garmin, maybe?
Maybe Garmin. Could you look that up for me really quick? I'll read the rest of this really quick. The editor was Gregory Hobson, and the cinematography was done by Christian Ziebalt. He's German, and it took me a fat minute to realize how that was pronounced because it's spelled Sebaldt. And having a D before a T in that ordinate, like in that, having a word spelled like that in English doesn't work. That's not a thing. But Ziebalt. And
Berman. Bruce Young Berman.
Okay, so it autocorrected to German for some reason. That's weird. But anyway, yes, Bruce Young Berman and Mark Mothersbaugh. All right, we already kind of mentioned this part here, so I'll just go straight on down to our Disney Plus summary.
Yay.
Okay. Dream Vacation, Dream On. Ren, Christy Carlson Romano, and Louis, Shia LaBeouf, and the entire Stevens family battle ferocious squirrels, angry natives, and one another on the surprise adventure of a lifetime. Out of the blue, the Stevens family win an all-expense-paid trip to a secluded hideaway on the sunny isle of Mandalino. Ooh, just what they need to get away from everyday stress. Unfortunately, their too good to be true week in paradise has actually been set up by a new extreme reality television series. And in a quest for blockbuster ratings, the show's unscrupulous host will try to turn the family's dream vacation into a savagely fun nightmare.
I'm glad you read that because I could not read shows unscrupulous. I was stuck there for a minute, and then you said it, and I went, that is what it says.
I can't believe that I read unscrupulous unprompted, but had trouble reading savagely.
Yeah. That's okay. This is what happens when you put two dyslexic people on a show you read.
Right on. Well, shall we? Fine. Oh, sorry. Shall we jump straight into the scene by scene?
Yep.
Earlier, you said you had something you wanted to say, but you were going to wait. Did you want to say that now, or did you want to wait?
I'll wait till the end. Okay. Although the summary kind of gave it away, but whatever.
Fair enough. Okay. Take it away.
The movie opens to a mysterious man looking over photos on his computer. It seems he is whittling down a list and eventually lands on the Stevens family, declaring that they are perfect. We cut to a junior high graduation ceremony where students and faculty are singing a song. This whole thing seems like a high school graduation, and like they're singing a school song. No disrespect, but like this is just a continuation, right? I don't know if you wanted me to read all
I
that.
did, yes.
Okay.
I see. I put the things in parentheses, and I'm like, I probably should not put them in parentheses, but I do it because I'm like trying to differentiate that this is an internal thought. This is not like, this is kind of unrelated, but it's like, anyway. As Principal Wexler calls Ren Stevens on stage to give her valedictorian speech. Do they have valedictorians in junior high?
I don't know.
Anyway, Ren's brother, Donnie, finally arrives and joins their parents in the audience. When their father, Steve, inquires about Lewis's whereabouts, Donnie admits he dropped him off for a better angle. For what? Steve reasonably exclaims.
Lewis walks by the audience under the cover of some trees, and he is carrying a remote control for what seems to be wow.
That was a dyslexic moment because I wrote that in the right order.
Yeah. For what seems to be an RC car. He and their neighbor Beans find the perfect place to launch their remote-controlled beach ball to mess with Ren. Then Principal Wexler instructs Coach Tugnut to catch the ball, just as he is about to snag it, and Ren finishes her speech. We get a classic misunderstanding between evil scientist and henchman. Lewis activates the confetti, but Beans heard him ask for spaghetti, and the ball spins and explodes, sending the entire
entree.
Sending the entree flying, splattering on everyone nearby.
Although at first it looks like Lewis is disappointed, he commends Beans for I did the wrong thing. He commends Beans for making his prank even better than he imagined. I have to find where I am because I just remembered that stuff that I wrote and I can't remember where it is. Making his prank even better than he imagined. Well, Principal Wexler is dragging Lewis to his family. He is reminded that it is now summer vacation and he can't send him on detention. That's whatever. Wexler reminds Lewis that come next year, he will be waiting for him, but turns him over to his parents in the meantime. Ren and Lewis spring into a fight, and Eileen ushers them to all calm down and expresses her desire to celebrate the day as a family. That's when Donnie says he has a date, and Ren also says she has a date, and Lewis decides he'd rather be with his friends, which isn't exactly what I wrote there, but it's a little more accurate to what was happening. Yeah. They all go their separate ways, and I turn it over to you because I just
go their separate ways. We cut ahead to a dinner when Ren is on a date with her boyfriend, Gil. He is unreasonably enthralled with the syrup selection. That's when Gil informs Ren that he took a job as a camp counselor in Maine, and Gil, informally, not unfortunately, and whatever.
It ends up being fortunate, but in the moment it was unfortunate.
Informally dumps her as he wants to keep his options open. Ren returns home to seek comfort from her mother, who is reading Kids Today, Gone Tomorrow, which is a ridiculous name for a book. As the night turns to day, we are introduced to Lewis and his new invention, the Ultra Loungematic super chair that gives him drinks, massages, and even speaks for him. As the chair prepares him a hot dog, Tawny looks absolutely disgusted. To wrap things up, the chair even has a nifty little TV that pops to play Lewis's favorite TV show, Gotcha.
Inside the kitchen, Ren enters gleefully and chugs the freshly squeezed orange juice directly from the juicer. Steve is excited that Ren is already over what's-his-name, but that was just enough to push Ren over the edge to a breakdown again. Just as Eileen is comforting Ren, Beans appears seemingly out of nowhere because he is staying with the Stevens as his parents went off to Helsinki without him. He unpacks his suitcase in the fridge because all he packed was bacon. Back inside, Lewis and his friend... Oh, back outside. Lewis and his friends finish their episode of Gotcha. Twitty and Tawny leave, and Lewis is a little bit hurt, but his plans to stay in that chair are set.
Back inside, Ren enters her room to find Beans playing with her pantyhose. He confesses they are to be used as mosquito netting for his chair.
I'm going to pause there for a second.
I think you meant Lewis.
No. Wait.
Is it Beans?
Beans is the one looking for them in her room.
They're used as mosquito netting for Lewis's chair.
Did I say Beans' chair?
It just says his chair.
Yeah, I was referring. Oh, anyway. I think I had originally wrote something about like Lewis had sent him in there.
Oh.
But anyway. I don't know. I was going to say I think there's probably a better word that I could use than pantyhose, but it doesn't matter. Now we can move on.
Tights.
Whatever.
I
was thinking nylons. But I feel like that's
such an old person word.
Yeah, that's
though.
what I'm saying. Oh, well.
Anyway.
Continue.
For Lewis's chair, Ren storms out to confront Lewis, but ends up falling in the chair and is getting and is getting haywire. What?
The chair is going
in
haywire.
the chair, and it goes haywire, resulting in Ren being thrown from the chair. Just then, it takes off and chases them to the house where Mr. McDermott is waiting to meet the family. Lewis and Ren crash into him and help him back to his feet. After vaguely threatening a lawsuit, Stephen...
It's just Steve.
Steve invites McDermott into the house to show a presentation. That is where we learn the family has been selected to receive an all-expense-paid vacation to Mandalino Island.
When asked why them, Miles admits that it's because of their influence. Eileen as a state senator and Steve as a lawyer working at a prominent law firm. But he's in between jobs right now. If they like the island, then other locals will want to go to the island. The only catch is that they will take quotes for their brochure. Lewis attempts to talk the family out of it, but everyone ignores him, and they decide to go. Flash forward to the family on a plane, where the captain instructs everyone to look out the window on the right for their first view of the island. And then the plane's right wing dips, and the captain complains, not all at once, and personally, I feel like that one's on him. Because he did not say take turns, he said, if you look out the window.
Yeah. I also forgot that their mom was a senator.
Me too.
I was like, oh yeah. As the plane approaches, we are treated to beautiful views of the island, and they finally land in the water where they are greeted by the locals. The abundant fanfare is continued as the family is greeted personally by Chief Tuca. Mm-hmm. The family is then given pineapple hats as the islanders consider them hats of friendship. Sorry, I could not read consider.
There's a chance that's misspelled.
It's possible. Ren is introduced to Mutoy?
It's Mutai.
Mutai.
That's how he says it.
I couldn't remember. Okay. Played by Josh Keaton. And Miles leads the family to their living quarters for their stay, which turns out to be the chief's palace. Lewis seeks the best room, and Ren challenges him. As they are about to enter the royal bedroom, Miles tells the family the island is waiting, and they set off to explore. We jump into a montage of the family members enjoying the island. While on a run, Donnie runs into a guy named Lalo, but Donnie is insistent he looks just like Patrick Green. This is, of course, denied, as Lalo insists he is not Patrick.
One thing that I find hilarious is that his name is Lalo.
Lalo.
And then later he needs to lay low.
Yeah.
And I didn't include the detail here, but Patrick Green was someone who went to high school with Donnie, so that's why that matters.
It's like, I'm not. What are you talking about?
Yes, precisely. Well, Donnie runs to his parents and tells them about his interaction with, which Steve dismisses as impossible. On the beach, Ren is watching the waves crash on the shore as Mutai approaches her and encourages her to let go of her sadness by focusing on the happy things. Just then, a conch sounds and the family is summoned to the beach for an island delicacy that turns out to be a slug. Reluctantly, they all try it as not to offend the island people. Miles lets Lewis in on a little secret that the chief keeps American treats inside the palace, and predictably, Lewis runs to help himself. Upon finding the pantry, Lewis comes across a golden idol. As he picks it up, a door that reads "Forbidden Chamber of Mysteries, Do Not Open" opens, and naturally, Lewis opens the door to reveal a room adorned with golden statues and a velvet chair that he can't help but sit in. He notices a lever on the side of the chair and instinctively pulls it.
This results in the entire palace collapsing around him and angers the islanders because they believe Lewis has placed a curse on the entire island. The family begins to bicker, and Miles interacts
Instructs.
And Miles instructs them to leave the village and build a lantern for shelter. Lewis and Wren have a talk, and Lewis opens up about how he feels that she is perfect and he isn't. This sparks another argument that is broken up by Eileen, who decides they should split up. Lewis, Donnie, and Eileen will gather firewood. Wren, Beans, and Steve will stay on the beach to help with the shelter. In the woods, Lewis asks for a nose scratch from Donnie, but Miles does it instead and instructs the family to go before the elders to seek forgiveness. But they must only do it in a group of 3, leaving the others on the beach.
That night, Lewis, Donnie, and Eileen are brought to the big sacred head that we later find out is named Oprah. And Lewis is brought to apologize. The chief instructs them to feast while waiting for the fire god to consider his apology. Back at the beach lean-to, Wren decides to investigate why the other 3 aren't back yet. As she walks through the forest, a giant snake drops down from above, and Mutai swoops in to scare it away. He and Wren then walk through the forest together while she shares her feelings. He gives her a shell necklace, and he then informs her that Lewis, Donnie, and Eileen are feasting and and leads her to them. Just as Wren is about to confront them, Miles appears and tells her that Lewis decided to exclude them, and she goes back to Steve and Beans to share the news. Steve and Beans, not Stephen Beans.
Stephen Beans. Back at the forest, the islanders ask Oprah, the fire god, if they have been forgiven, but they are instead shunned. Miles then informs them that the next plane out is 7 days away, so they are stuck. As Lewis and crew return to the rest of the family and the 2 groups argue, and it begins... two groups argue, it begins to rain. Looting out the fire, Steve putting out the fire, Steve painstakingly built. That's when we cut to a TV studio and learn the family is actually on a TV show called Family Fake Out. As it turns out, Twitty set them up and gave them all the information they could ever need to really mess with the family. After some overhead shots of the film crew, we learn that Lalo is in fact Patrick Green, and Miles decides to use the connection between him and Donnie.
The next morning, Miles recaps the previous day and jumps to the family waking up. Steve decides to take Wren and Beans to look for food, and Miles sets out to further divide the family. After being attacked by a killer squirrel, Miles informs them he called in for an emergency food drop, but it is accidentally dropped miles away. After dogging him on for a little while, Miles convinces the 3, Steve and the other 2, I guess, because Steve is the him I was referring to, convinces the 3 to attempt to recover it without the others. Back at their camp, Donnie heads off to gather more firewood, and a crew member notices that he is alone and sends Lalo, to interact with him. Patrick walks through pretending he is skipping out on class. Donnie runs back to tell Lewis and Eileen the news but Lewis and Eileen think he's just going crazy. That's when Miles appears to inform Lewis's group that the others are looking for the food drop. When they arrive, the food is already gone, and Eileen declares war on the others. Not really exactly, but that's just kind of what I interpreted.
Yeah.
That's when we cut to Wren's crew, who arrive at another crate that is also empty, but this time they have one of Lewis's shirts to frame him. Donnie and Eileen for stealing all the food.
Back at home, Tawny and Twitty are at the diner, watching the show and drowning. Oh, if I read the whole sentence, drowning a stack of pancakes in syrup and whipped cream. That's when Coach...
I couldn't remember his name, so I just said Coach.
Something nut.
Yes, Tugnut.
Tugnut. That's when Coach Tugnut enters and is happy to see Lewis in such anguish. He also finds humor in the fact that the family thinks they're on the other side of the world, but it turns out they're just on Catalona Island, just a few miles off the coast.
This is my interjection.
Go ahead.
This was one parenthesis that I put in because I wanted to say it. I am not sure still. Actually, I think I was cleared up a little bit later on. Mm-hmm. Because there is no such thing as Catalona Island.
Right.
It's Catalina, which is down south, closer to LA. Mm-hmm. Right? But it is just off the coast. Right. No such thing that I could find of Catalona. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, so is it like, at first I was like, is Coach just like saying the name wrong?
Right.
But then they say it like 2 or 3 other times after that, and they say Catalona every time.
Yeah.
And it's like they had Tawny and stuff. And I'm like,
change it for the TV, like for the movie.
Which maybe, but like I think that's weird because like I don't think that's a thing. Like it's a landmass. It's not like it's a company.
Right. I don't know.
Maybe
that's what they think it's called.
Maybe.
Or it was called Catalona, but then since the movie came out, it's now called Catalina.
I doubt it, but maybe.
They changed the name.
Okay.
In the last 22 years.
Maybe. Continue.
Anyway, and Twitty and Tawny decide to charter a boat to find the Stevens and tell them what's going on. Their friend Tom happens to have a boat and agrees to help them. Back on the island, Miles tries to push the family to their breaking point, and we jump to the beach where the two halves of the family argue, and the divide seems even bigger. Later, Ren and Mutai have a touching moment, and the nation votes on whether or not they will share a kiss.
Millions vote that they will, but alas, Ren is not ready and leaves. When we then cut to Tawny and Twitty and Tom as they approach the island, but the island is not suitable for Tom's boat, and he tells Tawny and Twitty they have to sail the rest of the way on an inflatable dinghy. I thought about just saying raft, but that would be funnier.
Dinghy.
Backstage, Mutai, or as we learn here, Jason, is cheered on by his castmates for making Ren fall for him. Miles then is given ratings for the show and learns that they only beat Gotcha by 1 point. So he insists Jason get the kiss from Ren and then immediately break up with her. Jason does not like this idea. We jump back to Tawny and Twitty, whatever, I said that backwards, but it's fine, rowing the dinghy to the island, and a giant wave comes over the small raft, and Twitty is thrown into the water. Tawny arrives at the island and is immediately knocked out by a coconut, and Twitty swims to the island and is captured by security. After realizing who he is, Miles has him locked in a trailer so he can't warn the Stevens. But they locked him in a costume trailer, and he instantly gets an idea.
Miles once again recaps the previous day, and we join Lewis and the crew, and we join Lewis and crew who are just waking up. Lewis discovers he has a single peanut in his pocket, and they decide to cut it into thirds, but accidentally drop it, and the killer squirrel eats it.
I just want to make a quick note. I keep writing like Ren and crew and Lewis and crew because I got tired of writing everybody's names.
That's fair. When Ren's crew wakes, they discover Beans put out the fire by peeing on it. Steve places blame on Ren for wanting to get away after her breakup, and Ren runs off to Mutai. After a touching moment, she finally kisses him. After their kiss, Jason breaks character and tries to warn her, but the chief runs in to get Jason out and blames Lewis for telling on them to the Islanders. Backstage once more, Twitty pigs out on the craft services before sneaking into the video village to figure out where Lewis is. We find Ren is hunting Lewis, who is hunting the squirrel that stole the peanut. Just then, Twitty starts messing with the cables and causes the show to go off the air.
Miles instructs his interns to hunt Twitty down, and chaos ensues. We cut back to the beach, and Eileen and Steve are spearfishing and decide to call a truce. Donnie runs through the woods and finds Tawny and tries to bring her back to the family so that they'll believe him. Steve, Eileen, and Beans start to put the pieces together, and Donnie finds them and asks if they can explain how Tawny's there. That's when Beans discovers some cable buried under the foliage. They remember Miles said they don't have cable on the island, and this jogs Tawny's memory, and she tells Donnie, Beans, Eileen, and Steve that they are on a show. Backstage once more, Miles is having a full-blown crash out, firing people left and right. We jump back to the Stevens, Beans, and Tawny, who are now hunting Miles. They spot an islander and tackle him, but it turns out to be Twitty. He then confesses he sold them out and lets them know he took down the broadcast. After showing them the backstage area, Twitty also informs the family that Ren was trying to hunt and destroy Lewis, and they set out to find to find them.
Miles finally gets the broadcast back up and rushed everyone to find the family and get back on track. Once they find Ren on the cameras once again, we see her making a spear ready to catch Lewis. Moments later, Ren finally finds him, and he attempts to distract her so he can run away. It works, but Ren is just a little faster. Reaching a cliff, Lewis has nowhere else to run. Ren backs him up to the cliff, and Miles speeds into the scene to try to stop her from hunting him, but it's too little too late. Steve, Eileen, Beans, Tawny, and Twitty arrive, also trying to stop Ren from murdering Lewis, but she won't listen to reason. After failing to convince Ren the whole thing was a setup, Ren pushes Lewis off the cliff, and Miles breaks down, believing Ren just killed Lewis.
Sorry, I switched cameras too early. Just then, Ren starts to laugh as the sound of a helicopter fades in, and Lance LeBow, host of Gotcha, announces that he got Miles on his own show. Lewis fell into a net, and the whole family was in on it. Lewis and Ren congratulate each other on their performance. Later, Lance breaks down how they set up the prank on Miles. Later on the shore, Ren is looking out over the ocean, and Lewis approaches, and they have their obligatory heart-to-heart. And Lewis officially introduces Ren to Jason. So, Jason apologizes for the deception and confesses he wasn't pretending to have feelings for her. She smooches him again. We return to the plane, and they take one last look at the island, and then head back home. Beans recaps their summer. Donnie goes to college. Steve gets a new job. Lewis and his chair are back together. Ren officially started dating Jason, and Beans got to spend even more time with the Stevens. We close the movie with a montage-style music video with Christy Carlson Romano on vocals, and the entire cast and crew doing, it's like bloopers, and like they're dancing, and we fade to black, and the credits roll.
Yay!
Yay! You know what I hate?
What?
That it takes me 2.5 hours to write that.
And
the movie was only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
It took me 2.5 hours to write that, and we're through it in 30 minutes.
You know, yeah. We can read faster than we can write.
Indeed. Well,
that's a bit of a stretch.
A little bit.
I struggled a lot to read today, and I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I struggled to make sure that I had things spelled correctly today. So this is one of the things I want to fix with this show. Is like I need to get better about writing it ahead of time, and giving myself a couple of days to like read over it and make sure that I don't have any typos or anything like that. Because usually it's like I am writing it and then we're coming out here and filming it.
Right.
Like there's usually only like sometimes there's literally no time. Like
it's like
with not Right on Track, because you wrote Right on. No, I wrote Right on.
You
Track.
wrote Right on Track.
Oh, this was supposed to be yours. It's Right on Track. No, because we switched. I think we recorded out of order. It doesn't matter. I think there was a reason that I was writing this one. I don't remember what it was, but anyway. I finished writing...
Is this supposed to be Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off and then Even Stevens movie?
There's a possibility.
Oops.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is first. But anyway, when we did Right on Track, I literally finished writing it. We came downstairs and recorded.
Yeah, because we finished watching it together.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember how to find it, so I'm going to let you...
No worries. You can talk about like your favorite scene right now if you want while I do that.
Yeah. So what I was going to say before was when the first time we watched this movie, I remember I was like, wait, they're on a TV show, and it like blew my mind. And like, so like my favorite scene was when Ren just like pops up with the spear and she's like, I'm coming for you, Lewis, or whatever she says.
Oh yeah.
and then like she's like,
that is a really good scene. I really like that.
It's just
one.
like so out of pocket and like it seems so random. But yeah. That was like one of my favorite scenes. And Twitty just like in his costume just like getting all the snacks.
I know,
I was
stuff
like,
in his face.
Relatable.
So confirming, yes, this was we did the right order.
Okay.
But I'm looking back and I think you wrote Ring of Endless Light and You Wish.
Yes.
And so I was supposed to write the next two because
that is what happened.
For one reason or another I didn't write one of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're on the right track. Next week is still Medi's $1 Million Cook-Off. Anyway, my favorite scene. I really like the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I'm gonna put them in two different categories. I have my favorite scene of the family.
Okay.
And my favorite scene at home.
Okay.
Okay. My favorite scene at home is when Tawny and Twitty are at the diner eating the pancakes, and he's drowning the pancakes in the syrup, and then he covers it in whipped cream, right? And then the coach comes in and eats it. And that is one of my favorite scenes because that is something I've always wanted to do. Except I would probably swap the pancakes for waffles.
Yeah.
But, drenching them in syrup, cover them in whipped cream,
I think I'd do
just looks so satisfying.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That always looked... movie
the
food.
movie magic,
Yes.
movie food, yeah.
It looked way more appetizing than I think it would be in real life. But
yeah.
That's my favorite, like, at-home scene. Also, I guess a runner-up would be when at the beginning when Lewis is first like talking about his chair, and he like pops down the seat for Tawny. He's like, "Want to sit next to Papa?" And I just love the fact that he refers to himself as Papa.
Yeah,
but only to her.
Yes,
so they're not official. They're
think. Not. No, I think they're just like in like.
But they're like
other.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway, my favorite scene on the island is when Donnie is in the woods. So it's like after he's already run into Laylo the first time.
Yeah.
And like he then Patrick comes through and he's just like on his way to class, like completely like not acknowledging the fact that they're in a forest on an island, just pretending like we're on the streets of Sacramento. You're just walking to class.
Yes.
And that scene is one of my favorites. Like I don't know why, but that particular moment is like a thing that scene I remembered vividly before rewatching. Like a lot of the scenes are like I remember them, minor details might be missing, but that particular scene or moment, I was like, that's exactly how I remember that.
You're like, yeah, no, that's scene, frame for frame.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say scene for scene, and I was like, that's not quite
close
right.
enough.
The frame for frame.
Yes. Okay. I lost my notes here, so I had to go find them again. What's next? What do we do next? Rating out of 5 stars.
I gave it a 4.
4 stars. 4 chair hot dogs.
4 chair hot dogs.
I'll give it 4 chair hot dogs. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know where that accent came from.
Sometimes it just comes to me.
It just happens.
I want to voice act so bad. I just want to start auditioning, but I'm like, I feel like it's easier than I think it is, but I'm too intimidated to start.
That's fair.
Anyway, I would love to do voice acting, like of any kind. Like I was telling somebody the other day, like I would love to be the voice on the train at DIA. The doors are closing.
You'd be good. You'd be pretty good.
Hold on, please.
The next train will be arriving in 2 minutes.
Yes, we are arriving at the A gate. Exit now for all A gates.
Hey, man.
My favorite.
Record yourself and send it in and be like,
This is stupid, and we're getting really off topic right now, but it's okay because this is our show and we can do what we want.
We can do what we want.
But every time I'm on the train, right, you get to the B gates, and it's like, now arriving at the B terminal. Exit here for all B gates. But in my brain, I always hear V gates, which is German.
Yes.
And it's just funny to me.
Yes.
And C gates is kind of the same ways, but B gates sounds a little bit more similar.
Yeah.
Like, B gates.
Yes.
It's like, basically, it's like, how are you? Like you technically would be like, Wie geht es dir?
Yeah.
Which is like, how are you? But you can, like, if you're friendly, like, I would say to you, if we spoke German, I would say Wie geht's.
Yeah. Which you do say that to me a lot.
I do, actually. I do. Anyway.
So,
4 hot dogs.
4 hot dogs out of 5. 4 hot dogs
out of 5. What are your final thoughts? What you got? Anything? Nothing?
I'm just glad we're back. And I'm sorry that it's taken us so long to get back.
It's that's an apology for you. Yeah, she's not apologizing to me because we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
I had to say my shit for myself because I was like, no, you don't need to apologize to me. It was my fault too. And I'm like, oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah, because like over the summer it was my fault.
Yeah,
because my schedule was like I was working 8 to 8. I was working 12 hours a day and like recording after a 12-hour long day.
Totally valid.
It was like hard on top of also having to like write on top of that too, so like
sure.
And like almost every weekend I was also working, so the summer was crazy, but
fair enough.
And then I got a new position in my work, and then
that's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah,
and I do like it so far, but
heck yeah.
So schedule's just been wacky.
Fair enough. Mine was too, like after summer, like coming out of summer into the school year, like my job got really busy because I had a bunch of people quit. Right. Well, not quit, but leave for college and stuff. Leave
for school, yeah.
And so,
and then you had to take over you had to like help fill those gaps and stuff.
A little bit. And just like rehiring. Just other like home projects too. Like home projects got kind of out of hand there for a little while, but I think we're on track now. So yeah.
Hopefully we can keep going.
That's the goal.
This is the goal. Yeah.
Right on. Speaking of schedule, we have a new schedule. For those of you who have been here for a little while, things have moved around a little bit since our last episode. I think this is the same. Noah Parker's World of Wonder is live streamed every Monday night still on YouTube. YouTube channel is youtube.com/Noah Parker _channel. Or just type Noah Parker _channel in the search bar, and that'll get you there too. This has changed because DCOM Kids used to be a Friday show, and now we have moved it to be a Wednesday show. Yes. And that is because we do game nights on Fridays now.
Yeah. So we switched DCOM and game nights.
Yeah, basically. But at the same time, it's like kind of doesn't matter because game night is just whatever night I can make it happen.
Play a game. Yeah.
Which unfortunately is. I feel like I'm getting louder and louder. Is that just me?
No. Yes. Wait. I don't know.
I think I turned up my. I think my mic stand was turning up my volume, which is weird because I didn't know it could do that. But anyway, sorry. It's game night. Whenever it can happen. There won't be one this week, which for you guys watching is actually last week. So hopefully this coming week there will be one. But it'll just happen when it happens, kinda, you know. And then we have weekly videos every Saturday. That used to be Tuesdays. Yeah. We've moved that to Saturdays. And we have TikTok videos or shorts coming out every week on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Yes. So follow our Instagram and our Facebook page and our TikTok page at Noah Parker's World of Wonder. And if you're listening to the audio-only version of this podcast and you're looking for the video version, like I said, youtube.com/Noah Parker _channel. Or you can jump over vice versa. If you're here on YouTube already and you want to find the audio-only version, you can find that on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeart Podcasts.
I was going to say, is it still on iHeart?
And this is where I was almost going to mess up because what you're going to search there is DCOM Kids. Yes. I was going to tell you to search for the channel, but
it's DCOM
this is its own
Kids.
show. Yeah, this is its own show on those platforms. So
yes.
Well, there you have it. Anything you'd like to say? I think we already asked you enough times, but I'll just throw one more out there, I guess.
Nah, just glad to be back.
Glad to be back, indeed. Well, thank you guys so much for watching tonight. We hope to see you next week and during one of our other live streams or videos. Yes. But until then, my dear friends, let the wonder take hold.